providing content creation tips and tricks for new and beginning content creators, UGC creators, and I also provide a little bit of productivity tips in the mix as well. Today is actually going to be a productivity tip since it's been a while since I actually posted one. So that being said, today we're talking about something that is very important, which is mindset. Specifically, how to change your mindset to be more productive and to help get the most out of your day. And this is something that is especially important if you are a new content creator, new UGC creator, new to filming, editing, posting, engaging, all that good stuff. So I'm excited to get into it, and I hope you are too. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first things first, I think we should talk about your current mindset. This is something that is crucial before you change anything, because I think it's important to kind of understand where you're coming from. Like, do you find yourself procrastinating a lot? Do you, do a lot of self-sabotaging things, like doubting yourself? Or are you just feeling overwhelmed? So definitely think about your own current mindset and see if any of those apply to you, or if that can inspire something else that you can think of that you do with your current mindset. All right, before we continue, it is perfectly fine to have all these feelings, these mindsets. That's part of being human. And if you're just starting out, that's definitely something normal that you're gonna feel. You're gonna feel overwhelmed. You're gonna feel like you're gonna doubt yourself, or I can't do this or that as well as this person or that person, or I procrastinate because I feel like I got a lot and I don't know how to get that organized in my head for it to actually come out and actually be something that I can plan. That is perfectly normal when you're starting out as a content creator, UGC creator, all that, because I know I mentioned this before, like there's a lot of stuff going on and you're trying to, keep up with everything that you're doing as well as everything else that you're doing also. So it's definitely a lot. I definitely understand it, and that's why I wanted to make a video like this for you guys. So what I would suggest is to write down what you think it is that is holding you back, or something that's making you feel stuck when it comes to your content creation, and that will kind of give you an idea of if you're just overwhelmed, if you're just doubting yourself, or if you're procrastinating, or anything else that can come along with mindset as a new creator. All right, so now that we have that part out of the way and kind of understood a little bit more, the next step is to shift your mindset to one that is more productive, so you can feel like you can get a lot of stuff done. So now let's talk about adopting a growth mindset. Now, just having a growth mindset simply just means that you believe that your abilities and your intelligence and all that good stuff can be improved with effort, learning, and persistence. That's all that means. So we are trying to have you guys get a growth mindset to where you can feel like you can do all things and you can actually execute everything that you're trying to do. What can help with this, instead of like saying I'm not good at this, try saying like I'm not good at this yet. Okay, you see how that sounds different? Like, bro, I'm not good at this, or I'm not good at this yet. Okay, leave me alone. That is two different things, and one of them sounds like I just can't do this, I'm gonna give up, is it worth it? And the other one says, well, I mean, I'm just starting, so I gotta cut myself some slack. What we all need to do. So saying the word yet is something that simply changes the game when it comes to mindset, because you're not just shutting yourself out of whatever you're trying to do by saying I can't do this. You're just saying I can't do this yet, or I'm not good at editing yet, or I'm not good at filming yet, or I'm not good at talking to the camera yet. Okay, so that definitely sounds different from I can't do this, because the more you say that, the more you're not going to be able to do that. So if you put that yet in there, that's going to change the game, bro. I can't film myself in front of the camera yet. I don't feel comfortable yet on camera. Okay, because with everything, it just takes time. It takes patience. It takes trial and error sometimes. Sometimes you might go into something feeling one way, you change your mindset and you feel a completely different way about it. It's definitely a trial and error, a growth process, and it can be different for everybody, but these are just some things that can help along the way. So one thing that I will say when it comes to content creation and having this kind of growth mindset is to take every opportunity, every time you sit down and film, every time you sit down and edit, every time you go plan, think of those things as like you're learning, or take that as an opportunity to learn to improve. Like every time you film, do you feel a little bit more comfortable every time you sit in front of the camera? Every time you edit, is there something new or something, you know, that inspires you to create different types of editing, or, you know, find your little editing style that is different from, you know, your last video. Like, find little ways where you can improve within your content while, you know, within your content, honestly. Like editing, like posting, like, are you feeling more confident with your editing? Are you experimenting with different things that you like? You're trying to figure out what you like, what you don't like. That's all growth, okay? And it can definitely be an opportunity to learn from and to help you improve with your content in all aspects. And the big thing to remember here is your favorite content creators started in the same place you did, okay? They may have felt hesitant to post that first video. They may not know, you know, a lot of the editing styles that you guys see today because they started 5+ years ago. You know, they didn't know how to edit at first. They probably didn't feel like, you know, they were confident enough speaking on camera, but look at them now. So just remember that everybody started somewhere, and just because you're feeling like you're stuck, you're not, you know, you don't know what you're doing, you don't feel like you're doing enough, you don't feel like you're doing it good enough, you're starting, okay? You're just starting, and you're going to improve because you're going to change your mindset. We're trying to help you out. I'm trying to help you out, sis, okay? So the next step is setting clear goals and intentions. And a productive mindset definitely thrives on clarity. So I would definitely jot out what you want to get out of content creation. I would not recommend you putting to make money down there, because that's not, you know, you're going to keep working forever to get to that point because that's what you're looking forward to, you know. So make sure, you know, you have a love for content creation. Say, I don't know, I want to connect with people online. I may want to share some tips, or, you know, just share my journey. Like, what do you want to get out of content creation? Set your clear goals, okay? Take it as, you know, if you wake up without a plan, like you don't know what you're doing today, if you know, work or whatever, like outside of work, if you don't have a plan, like, will you do anything? You'll just go along with the motions. You'll probably bathe, eat something, head to work, get off work, eat something, go to sleep. But if you have some type of plan in place, if you want to get something done, like if you want to work out, or if you want to plan some content, or if whatever you want to do, have some type of intentions on what it is that you want to do, because it's definitely easy to feel lost or overwhelmed. But that's why I stress planning, and at least putting stuff out, typing stuff up, writing stuff out, if that helps to kind of get it out of your head. Because I do know I am a victim of having a whole lot of stuff in my head and not knowing what to do with it as far as content creation goes, because you get so many ideas, you know, and it's just like they need to go somewhere, because you might forget them, or, you know, it turns out you're not making any content at all because you just you can't seem to grasp onto an idea because you have so many floating around there. So definitely set your intentions for the week, for the month, for the day, for the hour. You know, it doesn't have to be planned out in advance as much as people say that it has to be, especially in the beginning, because you're just getting your feet wet. You're trying to figure out what it is that you like to do when it comes to that. So definitely keep that in mind when you are sitting down to plan and film, edit, all that, because that's something that is definitely important when it comes to that. So I definitely would suggest starting small with these goals, with these intentions, because you're just starting out. We don't need you overwhelmed. We don't need you burned out super quickly. So this could be like starting to get consistent with posting. If you want to post once a week, twice a week, or 3 times a week when you're just starting out, just so you can get the feel of posting and see how much you can handle per day, per week, all that. This could also mean learning a new editing skill, trying a new editing style or technique. If you want to experiment with like L cuts, J cuts, just anything when it comes to experimenting with new things when it comes to content creation. When you're making these goals and these intentions, make sure they are specific goals and intentions. It doesn't need to be any broad goals. It just needs to say, hey, I want to learn how to do this editing style, or hey, I want to, by this time, you know, I want to be able to practice this many times in the camera so I can feel more confident, or I want to plan my content once a week before the week starts, or at the end of the week, if I have new ideas, I want to have a brainstorming session. Like, set these goals because they are specific goals and they're going to get specific results, because you're either A, planning, B, trying to figure out how to edit, brainstorming, all that good stuff. So keep those goals and intentions specific so you can know exactly what it is that you wanted to get out of them. And don't remember to also celebrate small wins, okay? If you posted a video for the days that you wanted to post on TikTok, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you post, if you post for that week consistently, celebrate, okay? If you also wanted to do a YouTube video and you got your YouTube video on time, you filmed it on time, you edited it on time, you made your thumbnail on time, and it came out, hey, celebrate that, okay? Because you did that, bro. You did it. When it comes to celebrating your wins, big or small, that also reinforces some type of positive mindset. Like, hey, I did this, I felt good about it, and I want to do it again. And that is something that can also keep you motivated. Next up is developing the routine. A solid routine in content creation can definitely help you improve your productivity. Like I mentioned earlier, when you know exactly what your day looks like, what your week looked like, what you envision for the next hour or 2 or 3, whenever you decide to do your content creation work, having a routine in place is something that is definitely going to help you in the long run. Trust me, you're likely able to stay on track and you can actually get things done, okay? So definitely have some type of routine, figure out a routine, try to just go with the motions and see what you can do during the day, and then once you kind of see what you can and can't do, make your routine off of that, stick to it. There may be changes somewhere down the road because you feel like you can do a little bit more than you used to, or you're getting a little more comfortable with it and you can make little changes there. But have a routine. But make it work for you, okay? Your routine needs to be your routine. It doesn't need to be my routine. It doesn't need to be anybody else's routine that tells you, content creation tips, because it works for me. It may not be what works for you. So find, like I said, go through the motions, see what works, see what doesn't, and just go from there, because I can't tell you to have a specific routine because it works for me when it may not work for you. But within that routine, there's a lot of buts, but within that routine, do not forget to have time for yourself that's outside of content creation, because I find that is something that is definitely prone to burnouts and feeling overwhelmed and not wanting to do it one day because you didn't set aside some time for yourself to fully recharge, fully rest, do something that has nothing to do with content creation. I've said it before, watch an anime, play a game, like anything else that can take your mind off of whatever it is that you're doing content-wise. Speaking of breaks and downtimes and the sorts, I think we should also talk about self-care. As a new creator, it's definitely easy to fall in the trap of working nonstop, feeling like you have to be on all the time, feeling like you have to be posting, editing, scheduling, planning, all that in like every waking second of the day when you don't have to. Because this is the #1 thing that's going to lead you to burnout, and it's the #1 productivity killer, and it is the #1 way to people giving up on their content creation journey. Because the biggest thing to remember, I'm not going to go into, exercise, eat well. You guys know you should do this, but just take time to actually do those things and take care of yourself, because at the end of the day, your mind is the most important tool as a content creator, if you think about it, because those are your ideas, those are your plans, those are your edits, you're filming it, like a lot goes into it. So it's your mind and you need to take care of it. So productivity is not about doing more, okay? It's about what's going to be some more sustainable in the long run. And lastly, I would definitely suggest to stay inspired and motivated. Follow other creators that inspire you, but don't consume their content like you're eating a meal, okay? We don't need to sit and look at other people's content that are kind of similar to us and constantly consume that, because then you're going to get in your mind that, well, they're doing this so much better than me, or I will never be able to do that. Remember what we said at the beginning, yet, okay? So don't take whatever it is that you're taking in, don't take it to heart. Take it as pure inspiration and motivation to keep going. Because if you're looking at it like, man, that looks great, then you're gonna fall behind on your content and your progress and your journey, because you're focusing on whatever it is that they're doing and not trying to grow your own way. The main thing I want to say is to stay connected to why you wanted to start content creation in the first place, and let that drive you when it comes to your content creation. Do you want to just simply do a new hobby, new skill? You want to learn how to talk in front of the camera, you want to maybe talk more in general, or you want to be some type of public speaker or whatever, that can help with content creation can help with that, because you're just talking to a camera, you're talking to people out there that want to hear what you say. So yeah, when going into content creation, you definitely need to have a growth mindset, because that, I think, is what's going to help you guys in the long run to say, yeah, I'm just not there yet, but I'm getting there. Or I don't know, just have something where you're not constantly self-doubting yourself or self-sabotaging yourself because you don't think you can do something. Remember, we just can't do it yet. If you take anything from this video, just remember why you wanted to start content creation in the first place and go from there, because your why is why you keep going. But that is all I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found some type of helpful tips here when it comes to being more productive as a content creator, especially a new content creator, UGC creator, all that. If you found any of these tips helpful, definitely do not forget to leave me a thumbs up. Comment down below your favorite part of this video, or how you are more productive, or how you try to be more productive as a new content creator. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content creation tips and tricks just like this one. And don't forget to hit your push notification bell to know when I'm posting, which is currently every Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That all being said, thanks again guys for watching today's video, and I will see you all in the next one.